We got another night of cringe stream up and ready to go. I always announce the intro of the stream way too soon, because everyone isn't tucked in yet. Not quite. But, yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to make this a routine thing. Like, do a night of cringe stream after every video I do. Since I do videos so sparingly. Yeah, I'm gonna try to keep that as a regular thing. But yeah, I found some doozies over the past week. And of course, some of them are Barcroft videos. And in fact, I have some scripted Barcroft videos coming up soon. I don't know if it's going to be like a whole series as one video or 3 separate videos. But yeah, I'm doing 3 Barcroft videos. Handpicked by myself, of course. You know, just because, oh my god, Barcroft is like is a mecca for cringe. I swear to God, it's terrible. That is the worst. That is the worst channel. But I haven't decided yet if it's gonna be one whole video or 3 separate ones. I have not decided yet, but I will come to that decision soon. And I have one video coming up soon. Oh, Fancy Foul, thanks for the super chat. I'm doing my college work. I guess I'll watch this. Oh god, no. Aren't things stressful enough, you being in college, and you're gonna watch this shit? But yeah, thank you. Thank you for the super chat. But anyway, yeah, I got this other video coming up from, well, I'm not gonna say what it's from, but it's pretty bad too. It's about abortion. And that should be a nifty little topic. But yeah, there's some bad shit coming up. All right, but yeah, let's get to this. I've said enough.
But while Deja was researching BDSM for Dom, she realized she had a kink of her own.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, they're already starting with this bullshit.
He used to call me a brat. That was something he would say, I know what you are, you're a brat. I Googled brat, like what bratting is. I was like, I like all this stuff. I like this stuff. Let's do this. And he's like, well, I've never done that before. We could try it. And I was like, yes.
Yeah, the boyfriend looks really on board with it. You can tell. Yeah, my girlfriend's hot, and I want her to stick around, so I'm gonna do this fucking bullshit. Wow. He just looks. He kind of looks like. Oh my god, he looks like Jeff Ross. Like if Jeff Ross was a fan of Limp Bizkit.
He's like, well, I've never done that before. We could try it. And I was like, yes. Yeah, I could be a brat. I named this one after my daddy.
Jesus Christ.
Daddy loves you, princess.
Deja likes.
That is so creepy.
Loves you, princess.
Wait.
Named this one after my daddy.
Daddy loves you, princess.
That is so fucking creepy. Wait. Let me get a look at the bear itself. God damn it.
Named this one after my daddy.
It's so unsettling. Oh my god. That is the most eerie. That's some shit. That's some kind of shit from The Shining. You know how that bear was getting a blowy from that random dude? That's the same bear when he was a kid. That's the same goddamn bear. This is the hell he grew up in. That's how he ended up getting blowies from niggas in back rooms. In hotel rooms. Jesus. And is that her boyfriend's voice? Or is that just some random shit that sounds like... Oh god. That sounds like some bad AI. Oh my god.
Daddy loves you, princess.
Deja likes to behave and be treated like a child, or what's called a little.
Little space is basically when you kind of like age regress. This is Tiny, and this is Sunny. This one's supposed to smell like mint. It's like carefree. You just basically play. This one plays peekaboo. In that instance, like, I really don't have any like responsibility in that moment. I don't have to worry about, what if that.
Yeah, you can tell children live here because the fucking walls have blotches on them. It's not painted. And they're using, what, like a fishnet fucking robe as a curtain? The fuck? Oh, Fancy Foul sent me another super chat. This is why DDLG belongs only in the bedroom. Yeah, I don't know why people bring these fucking cameras into their house showing people this shit. Just why? Why? Why would you do that? But anyway, yeah, it looks like some kids live here because nobody's taking care of this house. And if you can afford to regress your adulthood a couple times a week, I'm sure you can afford to get some $30 paint from Walmart and fix that shit.
That bill is due tomorrow, or I wonder, if I left the stove on. It's basically a headspace that you go in, and it's kind of like a de-stress. Like, some people de-stress by working out. I like to de-stress in little space.
So Dom has found himself taking on the role of daddy.
Kind of like a learning curve for me.
The little space is more of the needy side. I need you to take care of me. I need you to comfort me. I need to know that you're here to make sure that I'm okay and such like.
I just lost my straw.
Here, take this one.
Thank you. Yeah.
And it took some getting used to.
I don't know. She seems like, she didn't sound like a kid right there. She just sounded like some whiny chick who just needed her man to do everything for her, which is probably what this is.
Frustration is a big part of it, because whenever you're talking to, Deja in little space, and you have to repeat yourself, you have to make sure that they're paying attention. You have to, hey, did you hear what I said? Tell me what I just said to you. Patience level has to be heightened a bunch.
Because my patience for this bullshit is running thin. You gotta keep repeating yourself and kind of like reminding her that, reminding her what you're saying constantly. You sure that's just not how she is? You sure? You sure that's not just an excuse for her to be a jackass to you every couple times a week?
For this pair, the daddy-dom little girl relationship is strictly non-sexual.
In my mind, they're separate things. Like,
It's such bullshit. Like, it's specifically like centered on a lifestyle that's sexual in nature. Like, stop lying. Stop lying. Honestly. I know you're worried about strange people kicking your door down and accusing you of pedophilia and all this bullshit. But yes, maybe just not put cameras in your house at all. I'm just saying. Oh my god! oh, it's not sexual. It's totally not sexual. Yes, it is. Like, stop it. Yeah, it is. Because if it's not sexual, it's just a way for you to, like, not have any responsibilities. Like, it's gonna seem weird. Like, I know you're trying to clean it up, but it's gonna look weird regardless. All right, let me look at the chat right quick. Because I saw some mofos. Oh, that cool girl said, I love that Beauty and the Beast review. I watch it all the time. Thank you. I worked really, really hard on that at the time. I mean, well, I work hard on all my videos, but that one was specifically challenging because we didn't have electricity for like half the time I was working on it. So I had to go to the fuck was that place? I had to go to Panera Bread to edit like damn near the whole thing, like, or most of it. Yeah, so that was rough. Q Star's here. I'm really glad you called out Shane on his bullshit. It seems like everyone else is eating this series up. Well, yeah, well, that's the thing. I liked his Jeffree Star docu-series. I like that. He's good at fluffy stuff. He's good at doing the emotional stuff. But anything that requires like real research and like, you know, you watch shows where they talk about forensics and shit like that and really dark shit, something that requires I'm not saying like Shane is dumb or lazy. I think in this case he was just kind of like, he was coasting by, because he had just been out of commission. He was like, he disappeared after he got some backlash over the Jake Paul series. So yeah, he was taking a mental health break from that. So I'm thinking like, maybe he just rushed into it because it's like, oh, everyone's expecting a new video. I might as well just rush something out because, you know, I took so long coming out with something new anyway. So let me just skeet this out right quick. So yeah, I think he just gets lazy sometimes. I don't think he's really bad per se. It's like I think he gets lazy sometimes. Like, he's got 20 million subscribers now. I can only imagine how that can get inside your head sometimes. Like, you're so on edge and you're expected to entertain every fucking time and be awesome every time. Like, I get that, and I give him a break. Like, I still like, yeah, the first part of the series wasn't that good, and I told it like it is, and that's well, Fancy Foul says the boyfriend, he looks like a deformed egg. Oh god, if eggs could melt, that's what it looked like. Hooks and Stitches says, so I have stuffed animals, but this is ridiculous. Oh my god. Oh, the hiccups are coming again. Oh my god, that's bullshit says, that questionable Zootopia comic is finished. Video time. Look, alright, here's the tea on this shit. I know y'all been telling me the Zootopia comic has a sequel. I know. Don't believe me, I've been sitting back waiting for it to finish. But here's the thing. Right after I was done with my first Zootopia dramatic reading, I was starting a new one for another comic that same illustrator had made. It's called Party Night or some shit, and I was gonna do a video for that, and I'm still working on it. So I wanted to get that out the way first before I did the sequel. And I'm still doing the sequel. It's just gonna take a little while because I'm working on another dramatic reading from the same guy who did the I Will Survive comic. So I'm just letting y'all know that. Because I'm still doing that sequel. I swear to God. It's just taking a little long. It's like, if you're, in case you're wondering why it's taking so long to get it out, that's why. I barely read like 2 pages of it because I was just waiting. I was like, fuck it. I'm gonna just wait for it to get done because I want to just read through the whole thing. I don't have to keep making parts like part 1, part 2, part 3. I can't stand. There are times where I just can't stand doing that. So but yeah, that's bullshit. And whoever is like waiting on pins and needles for me to do that, like I'm gonna do it. It's coming out. But all right, let's get back to this. I've been talking so fucking much.
Sex is for adults. It's always for adults. You're not supposed to sexualize, things that are childlike. I know that's like a lot of people have a hard time. They start thinking of all these outlandish things like, oh my gosh, you're a pedophile, or oh my God, you're incestual, or like they go on this whole entire rant of like, that's so disgusting. Now, ours is non-sexual. There are people who do it sexually, but they're doing it with other consenting adults. And if that's their cup of tea, to each their own, it's not ours.
So for little girl Deja to get what she wants...
I'm sorry, I just don't I don't buy that at all. I just don't buy it. Not for one fucking second. If it's part of the BDSM spectrum, then come on. It's gonna at least eventually going to be sexual. I just don't buy that.
Once, there are certain rules she's expected to follow.
Oh, kill switch
One of my
engaged is
rules
here. What's up?
I have to have eye contact when he's talking to me, because if I don't, then he doesn't know that I'm paying attention or listening. Another rule I have is I check in every 2 hours when we're apart. My other rule is I can't say the F word. That's bad.
What's my name?
Oh, yes, and the last rule I have is I'm supposed to call him Daddy. His name is Daddy at all times. Love you, Daddy.
Like, if it's not sexual, why you keep calling him Daddy? Because everybody knows, like, Daddy is the usual usually a sexual terminology between you and your significant other. So why the hell are you calling him Daddy? Why not just call him Pops or Dad? Or like some shit like that. Like, so it's such bullshit. It's bullshit. Like, you have to call him Daddy. Is it really required?
But when Deja misbehaves, Dom, the Dom, parcels out her punishments.
I have to do lines when I break a rule or I get in trouble. Like, the first thing that I had to write lines for, I had to write like 66 times because I was neglecting to call him Daddy.
Okay, another thing. Why are you being punished? Because you think, oh, I just want to be a kid. All right, well, and I don't want to, like, deal with realities while I'm in little space or whatever the fuck. Okay, so why not just, like, be a good kid all the time? Because good kids have it the easiest. They don't get punished. They don't have to deal with, like, realities and shit. Why not just be good all the time? If it's not sexual and if it's not, like, for any... If it's not... Because that's usually where, like, the sexual aspect comes in. Like, when, they act up and they have to be punished and all this bullshit. Like, it's just such bullshit.
When I have to write lines, is like the worst punishment. I will always call Daddy by his name, which is Daddy, which is a very long sentence.
They're going to be like Dr. Seuss sentences soon.
No. Bella's here! Yay!
She's been given permission to have a friend over, who is also little for a slumber party.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like he likes that. Did you look on his face? Like, oh, this bitch is here. Yeah, because this is probably the moment where he was about to bust it in her drawers while they were doing their little kinky role play thing, and then she's like, nah, I want Bethany to come over. And he's like, oh, fuck. This bitch ruins everything.
Little for a slumber party.
Are you falling for your crush too quickly?
Dom's come full circle from tying up and spanking her.
Yeah, I figured I'd be like their little butler for a while. I have no idea how to make no tea.
To treating her like a little princess at a tea party.
Might want blue.
Oh, you what? Gave me a super chat. Why is she dating Kevin Federline? I have no. I said he looked a little bit more like Fred Durst. Like Fred Durst if he really got into meth. Oh, Mr. Seiko K sent me a $2 super chat. Hey, what's up? Thumbs up. Thumbs up to you too. Yeah, this is almost over, but he's serving him tea. Tea. Oh, tea, madam. And a little wrap on the bum for later. Yeah. Grey Cloud said, what does this man get out of this relationship? I think we all know what he gets. Yeah, if he keeps this shit up, he can, keep fucking her. Like, because she is a really attractive girl. Like, you look at her, you look at him, and it's like, yeah. I think any guy of his status, his beauty status would be like, just fuck. Well, you know what? All I gotta do is serve her tea and read her books and shit, and I get to keep fucking her. I'll do that. That's cool. That's fine with me. So yeah, I kind of understand why that's happening. Okay, this is almost over. Like, we're done with this shit. And now let's start the new one. Yep, just gotta do a little maneuvering. Yeah, this is done. I wouldn't say it was sad. It was kind of cringe, but it wasn't that cringe, actually, surprisingly. I've seen worse, like daddy little girl fetish videos than this.
If you shop on Amazon, you should use Wikibuy.
Wait.
It's a browser extension that automatically
Yay,
compares
ads.
Amazon's prices with other sellers to see if there's a better price out there. It includes tax and shipping in that price, so you know you're really getting a great deal. Plus, it's totally free. So
Oh, shit.
Matt and Chris have been together 8 years, but they no longer share their bed with just each other. Meet New York's newest relationship status. Chris, Matt, and Kate are a throuple.
The word throuple.
A throuple? Oh, God. You know, there doesn't need to be a cute name for everything. You know? They're a throuple. So it's like, she's with both Dave Matthews. And I didn't get a good look at the other guy, but yeah. The other guy looks like Dave Matthews.
Was just used to describe us since the beginning. We really didn't know what to call ourselves.
Chris and Matt have been together for 6 years before Chris suggested they open up their relationship, and it was then Chris met Kate.
Matt had never had any experience with women before he had met me. Before I met Matt, you know, I had dated quite a few girls. I would say it was pretty, like, even balance. At first, he was completely opposed to it. But after a while, you know, like, he was like, okay, like, if you want to pursue, like, occasionally, like, you know, you're more than welcome to do it. But he didn't want to partake in it. One night, we came back.
No, like, the gay guy, you got into a relationship, didn't want it, like, vagina anywhere near your relationship? No. You really? And it seems like I'm never on board with like these threesome relationships, because it always seems like one spouse bullies the other one or like manipulates the other one into it. It never seems like it's mutual, ever. It never seems like it's mutual, not ever.
Back home, and then that sort of opened up Matt's eyes and saying, hey, like, you know, this is actually, you know, kind of enjoyable also. But
it's not that scary.
Yeah.
I would say we have it's a pretty fun sex life.
Yep, he's just in the back disassociating. Yeah, it's not scary. Like, bitch, shut up. Like, it's not that it's scary. It's that he has to share you with his fucking husband. Like, well, he has to share his husband with you. That's what it is.
Both Chris and Kate describe themselves as bisexual, whereas Matt describes his sexuality as homoflexible.
I'm homoflexible, so I like...
Oh, stop it. Did you just identify as that when he brought home this bitch? That sounds so dumb.
Like guys, I'm open, like flexible to women. I prefer men. I guess I had an awakening after I was in a sexual experience with a woman, and I was like, oh, it is just another body, it's a soul, it's a connection that I can have.
I was in a very, very monogamous relationship
Come on, homoflexible, like, come on. Either say you're bisexual or just, because you could tell, like, that's just a way for him to say, look, my man wanted this bitch in the fucking relationship, so now I'm calling myself homoflexible, okay? Like, that's what it is. You know, I wanted to keep this idiot around. I wanted to entertain his thirst for flabby, pale bitches. So now I'm homoflexible. Sometimes this is what we do in committed relationships.
About 5 years before I met Chris and Matt, they opened my eyes to the world of polyamory, and here we are.
But not everything has been smooth running for this adventurous threesome.
When we first got together, I was struggling with the jealousy, with having like a very strong connection with Chris, and sometimes feeling like frustrated that I would have to split time with Matt. With a lot of that came a lot of insecurity.
No, really? Getting in the middle of a gay relationship? She probably ain't nothing but like a lonely fag hag who fell in love with her. What is he, bisexual? The other dude? Bisexual, gay, friend, whatever, and like, and convinced him to like, so she can wedge her way into their relationship. I think that's what it is. Ugh.
And it was a struggle even for me. The insecure part of me is like, oh, well, Chris loves me more because he's been with me longer. But then he told me, you know, like, I love you just as much as I love Kate. I was kind of like, oh my God, I need to come to terms with that.
However, things must be going well, because this throuple have now been living together in their one-bedroom apartment for 2 years, and have even discussed the possibility of having kids one day.
Yeah, as far as kids, like, I think any child would be lucky to have, like, 3 parents, like...
He'd be confused as hell, and wondering, because... in any relationship, no matter if it's gay or straight or whatever, there's always gonna be like a mom figure and a dad figure. So if you got 3 motherfuckers in the house, that's just confusing things, and it's gonna fuck with the dynamic, the parental dynamic in the house. Like you can do this shit when you're single, it's all cute and shit. Then, but see, when you bring kids into it, there should only be 2 parents, fucking 2. There can't be 1. I mean, well. Some people have no choice but to be the only parent. Like, what I'm saying, like, the best arrangement when you have kids is 2 parents. Doesn't matter, like I said, don't matter if it's gay, straight, whatever. But it's got to be 2. Because even if you're gay or whatever, you still fall into the natural roles of father, mother, whatever. The mother figure, father figure, whatever. So, you can't just have 3 motherfuckers in there. You're going to screw up the entire parental dynamic doing that shit. So either don't have kids so you keep enjoying this bullshit, or get rid of one of them, and then you know which one needs to go.
But we have 2 dogs for now, and we're pretty happy with that.
Oh my god, Bitch Lasagna said if they double pump her and she gets preggo, who becomes the father? Yeah, like I was saying, it just confuses the dynamic. You cannot fucking have 3 goddamn parents. It's just not. It doesn't work. Because 2 parents gotta fall into the natural roles of mom and dad. But like, where's the third one? Who's the third one gonna be? Haley Roberts is like, have you never seen 3 Men and a Baby? All right, okay, I didn't realize this was going to be so short. Goddamn, what's next? Oh yeah, this one. Let's see. Okay, this next one is, I hate looking straight. Ugh, you from, like, it's by a guy, like, you might recognize this guy once you see the video. Look at this photograph. Oh my god, you what said this kid might be parental flexible. Don't be a bigot. That's funny. Oh, shit.
Hello everybody, it is me, Chasey Poo. Today, I'm going to talk to you about something that I've talked about sexuality and stuff in the past.
Oh, God. Why does every fucking dipshit on like every LGBT dipshit, fuck it. Any dipshit period on YouTube have fucking mint hair? What is with that? You're just ruining the flavor and color of mint for me.
Past before, but this is something that is kind of still hard for me to process, and I've been dealing with it for the last 10 years. So today I'm actually going to be talking to you about how I still identify as queer even though I look straight if I'm with a woman, and how that bothers me. So preface, there is nothing wrong with being straight and there is nothing wrong with being cis, all right? I just need everyone to understand that, because I feel like the way that I talk about this makes it sound like being straight is the worst thing in the world. It's not. Hold on.
I have a feeling you're going to contradict yourself several times in the video for the next fucking 8 minutes and 15 seconds, but okay.
Hold on, let me just go on and keep explaining myself here. So I came out as a lesbian before I transitioned when I was 13 years old. And I then realized I was trans when I was 15, and I didn't come out until I was 17, 18. And then I started hormones at 19. But at that point, I still identified as a lesbian because I had only known that identity as myself, and I was very close to the lesbian community, and I'd watch all of the L Word, and I love Melissa Etheridge, and I just felt like that.
So you were a trans guy and you still identified as a fucking lesbian like that? Why? But I was already invested. It's kind of like saying you're a fan of a TV show. Like I've been so invested. I might as well just keep calling myself a fan of this. But like, God.
That was the identity that I was so close to for so many years, and I didn't want to let that go. So when I started to transition, and I was now seen as a man in straight world because I was dating women, I had a problem with that because I didn't like to be seen as straight because I had never been seen as that. And I'm always that kid that's always been kind of weird. Not that I'm saying that I'm queer because I like to be weird and like I like to stand out, but
yeah, you make no sense. You make absolutely no sense. I can see why this video, like, this motherfucker, when did he release this video? I can't see it here. God damn it. Okay. Okay, hang on. This video came out the 6th, like 3 days ago. His channel must not be doing that well, because he's got like 162,000 subscribers. And this has only got up to like 10,000 views in 3 days. His channel must be dying. Oh, wait. I think there was this video in the recommended section of this one. Not this one, but another one I was looking at. And it said, like, it was referring to this guy, and it said that he's been cheating and lying to his fans. So I guess that's probably why his channel isn't doing well. Because, yeah, that's anemic. That's really anemic for this guy's channel. Like, for a sub count that big.
I'm going to be 100% transparent, LOL, trans, with you and tell you that being weird and being different for me has always been something that I am, and I've embraced that over the years, and it's something that I love about myself. So fitting in and like blending into society was very weird for me, and that made me feel weird.
Yeah, that makes sense. I like being weird, but the fact that I was fitting in with society felt really weird, but I don't like that kind of weird, even though I like to be weird. What the fuck? Like, be honest, do y'all want to punch him? Because I want to punch him. He's so... It's so infuriating. Oh, God. He's the kind of person that'll go on and on about nothing. And you just be sitting there like, oh, shut the fuck up. Like, you don't want to tell him to shut up. Because he seems like a nice person. But, like, he just keeps fucking talking. And he just want to shut the fuck up.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, for me, being different was my normal. And now being part of everybody and, like, blending into society was my weird that I just couldn't handle. And I didn't really know what to do. So I said that I was still going to date lesbians, and I did that. And you know, you can do that if you want. But if you look like a guy and you identify as a trans guy at the time, and you're like, hey, I want to date a lesbian who's a woman who likes women, there's a little bit of a issue there. I've made videos about this, about how I can understand how some lesbians would like to date trans men, and how sexuality is more fluid than words that we're using and labels that we have on our...
I think the only reason a lesbian would even consider fucking a trans man is that he would have a vagina and not a penis. And plus, like, you have a feminine voice. Like, they can bullshit their way through that, through those bedroom acrobatics. They can bullshit. Like, you have a vagina, feminine voice. They could pretend you're a chick. Easily.
Ourselves. But I also understand that it could also be very problematic because maybe the person still sees the trans person as female, or you're still so sensitive, you're still kind of like a girl to me, or like you like those parts, I don't know. I'm not here to talk about lesbians who date trans guys right now. I'm here to talk about how I felt as a person who kind of did not blend into society to then automatically blends into society and not liking it. So I primarily dated women, all right?
Yeah, it's almost like you became trans for the wrong fucking reasons. I don't want to really invalidate, like, who knows, he probably really does have gender dysphoria, but like, I don't think anyone who's really trans would be like, oh, I don't like the fact, what I've been suffering through my whole fucking life, what I've wanted to be my whole life, and like, what I've been in pain over, I don't really want to be that anymore, because it's not like special. What? Maybe he just is a trans person, but he's just really stupid simultaneously. I don't know. But who the fuck does that? Like, dysphoria is some serious shit. Like, no one is like, you have dysphoria, and then all the fucking, all the shit, all the fucking hormones you take, and all the surgeries you've had to get to this point, and then you're like, I don't know. I don't like fitting in. That's bullshit. I don't like the fact that people think I'm actually a guy. What? I mean, oh my god. Ooh.
Which means I look straight in society, and I kind of got used to that concept only because of how I started to see myself. Now, when I met Zuzia, they identified as queer, and I thought that was so cool that they could use queer as like a identity. I guess, like, I knew that word, but I guess I had never really used it for myself. So I started to not like try on that label, but it rang so strong with me that I was like, queer. So I started to see myself, everything about my being, my sexuality, sexual orientation, my gender identity, my gender expression, everything to me became queer.
But you're not, though. You're a straight guy. Like, yeah, you were trans, you became a man, and you're a man who likes fucking women. You are a heterosexual male. I know, it's so boring, but like, that's what you are. Like, stop fronting. Stop fronting. Stop it. Just sit your ass down somewhere and be hetero. And like it. ADT116 says, people like this will never be happy. Now, I think it's just like, not all of them, but like the ones like this is like, because they have this inner hatred of straight people and normalness, and like sometimes like motherfuckers like this, maybe they do have dysphoria, maybe not, but it's like, it's at the same time they bask in that specialness that you get from being trans or being gay or whatever, and it's really comforting to them. Someone they don't have anymore, even though he's still fucking trans, but he doesn't. But people, he's passable 100% now. Like, he looks like a guy, 100%. And like, if I hadn't skimmed through his channel, I would have been like, oh, that's a guy. This is 100% guy, born a guy, whatever. But like, that's not good enough for him anymore. He wants to go back to the special, and he can't have the special. Yeah. It's like, nigga, like, this is what you wanted. You wanted to be like everyone else because it sucked to have dysphoria and not knowing what the hell you were, and now you got what you wanted, and now it's like, nah, I don't like it. I don't like being not special. Who the fuck thinks like that? Like, you taking fucking, like, you took all, like, the hormones and shit, went through all that bullshit, and now it's like, nah. I don't like that I fit in with you straighties.
And I became to love that. And I think that that's what got me through the whole like, oh, I look normal. I don't want to look normal in society because that's weird for me. I think that it was just the way that I was perceiving myself. So when I was dating Zuzia, who wore very like feminine clothing, so we looked like a very straight couple that was not queer at all, I feel like because of how I saw myself inside, it didn't matter what other people thought. And that's something that I'm still dealing with today. So I've dated men and women in the past, and I still kind of feel like I've always had that experience. And I've noticed that it's not because of how other people see me, it's how I'm perceiving myself. So currently I am dating a cis woman, and I had this issue for like the last year where I felt like I looked too straight and I didn't like to blend in. Not that I'm saying this person looks like really straight, but I'm just saying that like, also what does that even mean? But I felt like because us walking down the street, like I feel like I look very queer and look very gay. It's like, why are you holding this hand of this straight woman? Like it just didn't look like it fit. But that's the thing that I love the most. I was put on this planet, okay, to confuse society.
Oh, shut the fuck up. Honestly, stop it. Yeah, this is what sets trans people back like 50 years. This bullshit. Because when you say shit like to trans people, like the goal usually is like, oh, I was born in the wrong body and I want my brain to match the body that I am in. I want that harmony that other people have that I don't. Like, because there's a disconnect there, and my mental health is suffering for it. So I want to get that harmony going. But this motherfucker, like, I live to confuse. No serious trans person talk like this. Come on. This is some trans trender shit right here. This is some trans trender talk. Go home, you're drunk. Yeah, this is some old bullshit. I live to confuse people. Like, if that's what you're in it for, then you're in it for the wrong fucking reasons. And, like, don't be surprised when people start calling you out and accusing you of being a fake or whatever, because you can't just go around talking like that. You're setting back the trans community decades.
And I love that. So I love being able to kind of embrace that. And even though I look straight and people will assume that I'm straight if they don't know me, because trust me, if you know me, you know I'm not straight. They'll assume that I'm straight because I'm holding the hand and I'm kissing this girl in public, just this girl. But because of how I see myself, my identity, and because I've been so open in communication about how I feel with her and my experiences with my gender identity, especially because I don't identify as a binary trans guy, like I'm very squiggly, like it's like whatever. And it's the same thing with my sexuality, like I'm not straight, I'm not gay, I'm not pansexual, I'm queer, I'm whatever, man. And I love that word queer because it means
you're a straight man. Like, stop it. Like, you said you were fucking a lesbian and you still date women. Unless you like to fuck dudes too, you're not queer, you're a fucking straight man. Like, knock it off. You're not queer because you have fucking mint hair. Like, shut the fuck up. Oh my god. I live to confuse. I live for that. I'm not pan, I'm queer. I'm queer because, what? You're queer because you're, what? Because you're trans? Like, isn't that like the opposite of the goal of a trans person? Like, they want to be in the gender that they feel comfortable with. I mean, like, but you are basically a dude now. And you fuck girls. You primarily date girls. You said that. So you're not gay. I mean, so you're not queer. I understand, like, yeah, you are a part of the LGBT community because you are trans, but does that really make you queer? No, not really.
Something different to everybody, and you can interpret it as you wish. So when I'm talking to somebody, I'm like, oh, I have a girlfriend, and they look at me and like, aren't you gay? I'm like, no, I'm queer. their face is so confused because they don't know what that means. And I'm like, yeah, I'm queer. I'm dating a woman. You want to see a picture of us? We look really cute, and I'm queer. And kind of fucks with people. And I like that. And I like.
Yeah, so you're in it just to confuse and fuck with people like that. Yeah, that's the shit. That's the, like, if there were like, you know how like if there were coons for the trans community, this would be like, yeah, he's a coon. He's a total coon. He's cooning it up for the trans community. He is such a coon. Yeah, do soft shoe, nigga. He's just a fucking. He is trans blackface. He's not. No. Yeah, he's trans coon. That's what he is.
I like that because it is only through my own self-discovery and my self-appreciation of myself.
Kill Switch Engage said, "Smell the butter biscuits." Smell the butter biscuits from the trans coons.
That I really realize that it doesn't matter what other people think about my identity and how they will label my identity, because no matter what will happen in this entire world, that will always happen. And just because they're labeling me as straight and I don't like that, doesn't mean that it's the end of the world. Because even if I looked gay as hell and I was dating a guy and we looked gay as hell, people would be judging me anyways. They would be judging my label. If they knew that I was trans, they'd be like, why did you even transition if you just want to be with men? You know what I'm saying? Like, you'll never stop other people from thinking things, so there's no point in doing them. You do you. You do you. And I will say that I had a lot of internal struggle. Like, do I want to be dating a woman because I don't want to look straight? I'm queer and I want people to see my queerness. But the thing with me is that...
Then you might as well pull down your pants and show them your vagina, because that's the only way people are going to know that. Because you don't like guys. You like girls. You're a guy who likes girls, so you're a straight guy. And that's only way you could be considered queer is if that you were attracted to guys and girls. Being part of the LGBT community is different from being queer. We all know what queer means. We all know what how it originally used to be used. So, you know. Okay, Outclass says it's a desperate attempt to stay valid after transition, like somebody accomplished their goal and then doesn't know what to do with themselves afterwards to feel a sense of accomplishment again. Yeah, that sounds about right. Kill Switch Engage says this guy said he doesn't care what people think, but this entire video is how he hates how people think he's straight. Yeah. Yeah, basically. It's just the most insecure fucking person.
I'm like loud about who I am, and I'm very out.
Obviously.
And I don't I don't stealth myself. Like, I'm not stealth. So if I accept that I'm with a person who is female and I, you know, can still openly talk about my sexuality, my identity as being queer, and like I could joke about being gay all the time because that's who I am and that's what I like to do, then I feel like it puts a great balance in my life. And guess what? That's what's happening right now. And it makes me feel so at peace with my identity and how other people will see me, because I don't care how you see me anymore, because I care about the relationship that I'm in and having open communication about how we feel. For me, being queer is such a part of my identity, and it's part of my being, and it's part of who I am, and I love it, and I embrace it, and I tap into it, and I do all of these things, and it's in the name of me being queer, and I love that shit, and that's who I am. And I know some people don't like that word, and that's cool. You don't have to use that word, but for me, it's like my whole being is queer, and I love that. So having somebody who accepts that and embraces that as well and loves that about me is just what I need, I guess, and what I have found, and what makes me feel great, because I literally don't care about looking straight anymore, which is weird, because like I used to hold her hand in public and be like, oh my god, people are gonna think I'm straight. I hate this because it erases my queer history and my queerness and the queer identity that I have, and all of these like things and these hardships that I've had in my life, I feel like it erases that. But now that I've kind of grown to accept that, I don't look straight to myself. So it doesn't really matter that my queer identity is not erased, because I still see it, and the people who are around me, who know me and who love me and who are friends and who watch my videos, you know that I'm queer, and that's all that I care about. I don't care about people who don't care about me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just care about you.
Uh-huh.
I care about me. That's all we should care about. Each other. People who care. I don't know what I'm talking about. Let me know what you think in the comments below. This video was kind of all over the place. I'm moving right now, so I'm like a little... But I'll see you later. Have a great week. Bye.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like this guy. But anyway. Yeah, like, it seems like recently he was called out for some shit. Like, I think someone said he was, yeah, he was, I think I mentioned this before, like, he was stealing and shit. And, like, it's, yeah, I think that's definitely why these views are looking real bad right now. So, yeah, it's kind of hard to take him seriously after you fuck over the people supporting you.
There's no such thing as a perfect writer. This is why I use Grammarly to check my work.
If I'm putting comma...
What's like...
Okay, fuck. Now this one is... Parents Explain Gender. Okay. It's from the same channel. I did a video about another video from this channel about when parents were talking to their kids about masturbation. That creepy shit. And so this is another video from the same channel. See, they used to be called Watch Cut, and now they're just called Cut for some reason. It seems like every time one of these same types of YouTube channels come out with a weird-ass video, they change their username every single fucking time. Oh, Hooks and Stitches gave me a super chat. Thank you. So did he just have a solo therapy session? Yeah, I think that's what a lot of these YouTubers do. Is like, it's just a solo therapy session. Oh, God. But yeah, this one is Parents Explain Gender. Now, this should be some shit.
Like a stereotype of a boy.
Hey, dude, man! What's up? Is that the meat? Ow! Damn.
Were you on bath salts when you conceived this girl?
Ah, cool.
I need your name, your gender identity, and your preferred pronouns.
What? I don't know what the last two are.
Riley, do you...
Yeah, because they're kids. Of course they don't fucking know that shit. Ugh. But... what was I gonna say? Oh, here's the thing. Shit, I was gonna say something, I lost it. Fuck! But, oh, right. This is what I was gonna say. They're trying to do, like, this, kids say the darndest things type shit. Where, oh, let's just tell them, let's just throw all this dumb shit at them, like, stuff about gender, and see what they say. But the problem is, like, their parents... and the people they're catering this shit to are so superficial and so volatile emotionally. Like, they're not going to see any humor in that. They're going to, like, they're going to be those motherfuckers in the comment section. Somebody, you need to raise these kids to be better. You need to stop all that toxic masculinity before a wildfire starts. You hear me?
You know what gender is?
Something you identify with that people call you.
See, you're in the ballpark.
I like to think I understand a little bit of it.
You don't.
Do you know what makes a boy and what makes a girl a girl?
I don't know.
What are boy things? Strong, fearless.
Oh. Boom! So clearly that doesn't work.
What does it mean?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes, person. Like, fucking an adult, full-grown adult. Oh, a full-grown adult. Arm wrestling their fucking kid. That proves that, hey, men ain't shit. Like, male strength is not a thing. Biological differences ain't no thing because a fucking grown adult beat a child in arm wrestling. Okay, so that's what I'm saying though. All these parents have the same emotional maturity, or probably less, than their own fucking children. Like, hey, I win because I arm wrestled you.
Need to be a boy.
You act annoying and rude. Dance like a boy.
Oh my god!
They used to think that the only favorite colors girls could have was pink and purple. But I've never had pink as my favorite color.
Right.
Isn't she wearing purple right there? And isn't her mother's hair pink? Like, what the fuck? You know what? Oh god. Like, how? You dress your kid in fucking light purple and then you have pink hair. That's not specific to girls, even though we're wearing it.
But I've never had
Oh shit, Leo the Bum Tickler gave me a $5 super chat. I can't believe she broke that boy's hand, R.I.P.
my favorite color.
Right. On your body, what do you have that I don't have?
Could you please stop it with these fucking kids? Like, stop it. What do you have that I don't? Like, how is it that Bill Cosby, who was on the original show, Kids Say the Darndest Things, how does he come off less creepy talking to kids about adult shit than these fucking parents, like their own parents? Think about that. A convicted rapist is better at talking to children than these children's own parents. Think about it. That's fucked up.
What is that?
I can't say it! Junk wiener.
So, if a person with a wiener says, hey, I'm a girl, what is that?
The son is like, that don't make no sense.
A girl. A boy.
A female?
Behold, gender identity.
When did you find?
Oh god, that is so weird. Like, they do this shit on purpose, you know. Like, let's legitimize this bullshit by talking to children. Like, let's not have these adults talk to other adults because then people might actually take opposing beliefs seriously. We can't have that. So we gotta have these motherfuckers go up against kids, so that way the other side of the argument is completely invalidated. Oh, Mutt Teeth, $3.99 super chat. Kids say the darndest propaganda. Yeah, basically, because they try to be slick. I mean, it's kind of tinfoil hatty, but at the same time, it's like they try to be slick. Now it could, like, here's my thing. They could be honestly just be throwing, like, they could, like, the people behind the scenes could 100% understand that this shit is total garbage. It's bullshit. And they're just doing this for views. Like, just say, oh, look at these kids. They don't understand gender identity, because of course not, because they're fucking kids. And they're going to say dumb shit in response to this other dumb shit because they're kids. They don't understand this shit. But if it's to adults, that doesn't hit. Because of course adults are going to, okay, this is garbage. This is bullshit. And they're going to have serious discussions, don't get clicks. If you talk to kids about this shit and they say some dumb shit, and people will think that no one will attack a kid for this. No one will attack a kid for saying something smarter than the parent. That's never going to happen, even though it does. But yeah, it gets more clicks this way. It gets more attention. I mean, it could also be the other way. It could totally be propaganda, and it could be just like, oh, see these arguments, like traditional gender roles are shit because this mom arm wrestled her own kid, and it's bullshit because people who are intellectually superior over this other person. Yeah, see, it's not a real thing. Because we argued with a kid and the kid lost. It's like those fucking videos, those comedy videos of like grown-ups dunking on kids. It's like that. It's like a real life version of that.
Find out if I was a boy or a girl.
Maybe 15 minutes after you were born. But as I'm learning, that was just the sex you were born. That doesn't mean that's the gender you're going to.
I am not a boy.
How do you?
The daughter is smarter than like that's you should always be worried when the kids are smarter than the parents, or like at least more emotionally stable than the parents.
You know, and this isn't a trick question.
I just know.
You just know.
You shouldn't have to think about it twice.
No, but what if like society is telling you can't? If I was always just, you can't be a girl your whole life.
But she was born a girl. Like that. See what I'm saying? These fucking trick questions. What he should have said was like, what if you wanted to be a boy and then society said you couldn't be a boy? See, but then she wouldn't be able to give the right answer. She would make him look really dumb. And she'd well, that doesn't make any sense because I'm not a fucking boy, Dad. I wasn't born a boy, you dumbass. I want to go back home with Mom. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
You think you would be like, oh, maybe I'm not a girl.
Mommy, I'm going to stay at your house.
Damn. And the mom ain't even in the picture. Damn, that's grim.
So I think that there's people that feel like society's telling them they can't be what they feel they are. So they do second guess.
When I was little, people used to call me tomboy, and that didn't really fit because it wasn't something that I called myself. Like I felt like a little boy when I was little. And then when I was 12 and I found out that I was supposed to be a girl and that girl meant certain things, it was kind of scary to me because it was a box that I wasn't ready to be put into.
I can imagine that. What if you forgot if you were a boy or a girl?
There are people who don't really identify as a boy or a girl. They're in that middle space. So you could be superwoman, like really girly, or super manly. And then there's probably a lot of us that are just kind of floating somewhere in the middle. Because am I super girly?
Yeah, sort of. I can't answer that.
When you went to kindergarten, you went by she, her.
Yeah.
And you wore dresses, and some people said
they wanted me to be a different gender.
They didn't want you to be a girl.
No. People were being mean. Now I'm data.
Now you're they, them.
People should call you.
Oh, God, really? Let me rewind that.
Mean. Now I'm data.
Now you're they, them.
No. People were me to be a different gender.
They didn't want you to be a girl.
No. People were being mean. Now I'm data.
Now you're they, them.
People should.
Yep, that's a parent who's pushing her bullshit off on the kids. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Like, just because you're a vegan doesn't mean your kids need to be vegan. Just because you are something doesn't mean the kid needs to be something. It seems like it's just being pushed onto them, which is really fucking sad. Like, it's like the parents purposely set them up to get bullied so they can prey on that shit and be like, they just don't want you to be a girl because you're so special and that's why they're picking on you. But you're really just a beautiful girl. Like, yeah, it just seems really vindictive. Like, because you know damn well they're gonna get bullied in school when they show up in a fucking dress. You know that. I mean, yeah, there are some kids who want to, like, dress in dresses or whatever. There are little boys who want to dress up in dresses and go to school and shit, but, like, you still gotta dress proper when you go to school. You can't go to school wearing a fucking tutu. Like girl or a boy, you can't go to school and dress up. It's just the way it is. So it's like, you can't tell me these parents aren't kind of setting it up like that. Setting them up to be bullied so they can prey on their already fragile state.
I'd call you your actual gender. They, them, she, her, he, him, or none.
Would you make fun of Oscar if he turned into a girl?
Oh, how
I don't feel like we're
Man, these kids don't give a fuck.
getting the heartfelt conversation that I was going for.
Of course, they don't care. What the fuck are you trying to do? Oh, Leo the Bum Tickler gave me another super chat. Bullied into submission, Jesus. Just gassed the parents already. Okay, wait, hang on a second, guys. The headphones. My headphones have a low battery. Fuck. Hang on. God damn it. Fuck. Yeah, just hang on 1 second, guys. This fucking shit. Fuck! I thought I'd be able to hold out for the whole stream. Oh. Ice beer. Hang on a second.
Myself. I
Oh, there we go.
identify as
I was going for.
myself. I identify as trans non-binary. So the surgery that I'm going to
Going for.
Alright, 1 more second, guys. I swear I'm gonna get this. Just have a problem with my cord. Wait a minute. Fuck. I know where I put it. I swear to God. Ugh. Shit. Alright, okay, we're back. We're back. Let's do this.
myself. I identify as trans non-binary. So
what the fuck? You look like a chick. What are you talking about right now? How do you... It's the same thing that Riley Dennis identifies, like trans non-binary. It's like... like, okay, I'm one gender, but I'm also neither gender or both. What the fuck? That doesn't make any sense, because, like, non-binary is already under the trans spectrum, apparently. So how the fuck does that work?
The surgery that I'm going to have, all of this is going to be gone. How do you feel about that?
I still have mixed feelings
Still
about
mixed
that.
feelings. A little bit scary?
A lot scary.
Yeah. What's scary about it?
That you're gonna...
So what? She's gonna take off her tits? Why? Like, why? Like, oh god. I hope her wife or girlfriend or whatever is not a tit person. Is not a tit girl. Because that's gonna cause some issues.
Look different.
Yeah. But I'll still be the same person that you know, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
I just won't have these bad boys.
Did you ever want me to be non-binary?
When you were little, I just wanted you to be who you are without having to choose. Because when I grew up, there was just boy and girl.
How many genders are there?
Infinity?
What?
Did you want to be... Alright, you hear the girl? She said, oh, did you ever want you to be non-binary? And the mom says, I just wanted you to be whatever you are without having to choose. Which means, yes, you wanted her to be non-binary. That's the parent that scares me the most. The one with the pink hair. Because she's clearly forcing these kids to be something that they don't want to be. Now, the other parents seem like, okay, I don't think they would care either way. I think... Yeah, they're idiots, yes. But it's not like with the pink-haired bitch, where she's basically forcing them to be something that they want her to be because she's that thing. Like, she's trying to force the kids to fit her standards, and that scares the shit out of me.
Is this confusing?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yes, bitch.
Very. There's that middle part just expanded of the gray area.
Yes. Yeah, I know.
What's like
oh god. Yeah, so that was some bullshit. Yeah, like I said, just I'm worried about those kids with the chick with the pink hair. I'm worried because that sounds like some bullshit. It seems like they're going to be going through when they get to be a certain age. That much is true. Okay, let's see if this works, because I haven't tested if links to articles work with this function on OBS. So let's see how that works. Oh, sweet. But wait a minute, does it scroll? Does it scroll? Hang on. Oh, get rid of this shit. The fuck is that? Oh, God. Oh, I swear to God. What the fuck? Oh, okay. Wait a minute. Let's try this again. I hate you. I hate you. Oh, okay. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Got it. Wait, what the hell just happened? Alright, hang on. I think all I have to do is turn that shit off. How did I turn it off here? Because for some reason it's see-through. What the fuck just happened? Honestly, what the fuck just happened? That is so weird. Alright, hold the hell on. What the fuck? It just went, it just like, the whole white background just disappeared. The fuck? Okay, it should probably work now. No? What the fuck? Okay. Okay, what the hell? Because I can't see the thing and I can't scroll anymore. Okay, I might have to just go to... Ugh. This is some old bullshit. How can I not get to this? I'd be fine with it being see-through. But I can't scroll, and that's the problem. Well, that's my problem with this bullshit. I swear to God. Alright, let's try this one more time. If I can't get it this time, then I'm just going to go straight to capturing my desktop. Because this is some bullshit. Okay, hang on a second. Alright, yeah. Oh god, I keep doing this shit. Alright, I'm just gonna switch over to my browser. Because this is some old bullshit. Alright, hang on guys, it'll only be a second. God damn it. Ugh, I just hate it when shit goes completely south. Gugh. Oh, okay. Boom. Oh, thank fucking God. Jesus. Just gotta put it under my shit. But oh my God, thank you. Thank you. Alright, we're ready to do this. Fuck. Okay, now this fucking article has been making the rounds recently. And it was brought to my attention on Twitter, I believe. Yeah, but it's like Mary Poppins and a nanny's shameful flirting with Blackface. Yeah. Basically, because like I think there's a segment in the movie. I've only seen this movie fucking once, and after that I totally forgot about it. I mean, I know about certain iconic scenes, definitely, but I don't like. This isn't one of those movies where I can recite every line. And I know every little thing about it, but there is one segment where they're like dancing on the roof of like different roofs and shit, and dancing with chimney sweeps and shit, and their face is dirty and whatnot. And the poor soul who wrote this article seems to think that that this is somehow blackface. Oh God. So yeah, this is the bullshit we're gonna be fucking reading. Mary Poppins and a nanny's shameful flirting with blackface. Oh my God. Okay. Mary Poppins Returns, which picked up 4 Oscar nominations last week. What? Look, I haven't seen Mary Poppins. It's not unfair for me to judge so harshly, and I haven't even seen the movie. But let's be real. You know damn well that movie probably doesn't deserve 4 Oscar nominations. What? Am I the only one who not buying this? I don't know. It got 4 Oscar nominations? Are you serious? Whatever. Let's just move on. Is an enjoyably derivative film that seeks to inspire our nostalgia for the innocent fantasies of childhood, as well as the jolly holidays that the first Mary Poppins film conjured for many adult viewers. Part of the new film's nostalgia, however, is bound up in a blackface performance tradition that persists throughout the Harry Potter's canon, from P.L. Travers' books to Disney's 1964 adaptation, with disturbing echoes in the studio's newest take on the material. Mary Poppins. Who wrote this? I want to know right now. What the fuck is this? Move. The fuck? Oh, it's something Pollock Penzer. I can't fucking tell. Because this bullshit is in the way. What the fuck? It's almost like they did that shit on purpose. Like, they don't... Look, we don't want you to know who wrote this, because we don't want to get any angry letters on this person's behalf. Okay. One of the more indelible images from the 1964 film is of Mary Poppins blacking up. Yeah, of course. Mary Poppins... Like, she wanted to trigger the libs by putting on some blackface before she would. That's what Chim Chimmery is about. Like that, it's really about monkeys, making fun of monkeys, and like basically calling black people monkeys. It's a racist. It's basically a racist rain dance. When the magical nanny, played by Julie Andrews, accompanies her young charges, Michael and Jane Banks, up their chimney, her face gets covered in soot. But instead of wiping it off, she gamely powders her nose and cheeks even blacker. Then she leads the children on a dancing exploration of London rooftops with Dick Van Dyke's sooty chimney sweep burnt. Like, I'm surprised, like all this hoopla for blackface. I'm surprised they're not going off on the fact that Dick Van Dyke's last name is Dyke. Isn't that a homophobic slur? Shouldn't we be calling his family out for daring to have ancestors who gave themselves a homophobic name? I'm just saying. Oh wait, Jin 6 says Daniel Pollock Pelsner is the author of the article. So thank you for that. Yeah, thank you. I might look up more of this guy's articles. Then she leads the children on a dancing exploration. Oh, Bri-Fi. Once again, Bryfake gave me a super chat. You should take a look at Riley's new toys. I think I did that video already. Unless she made a fucking another one. Ugh. Okay, what the fuck? This might seem like an innocuous comic scene if Travers' novels didn't associate chimney sweeps, blackened faces with racial caricature. Don't touch me, you black heathen, a housemaid screams, and Mary Poppins opens the door in 1943. As a sweep reaches out his darkened hand when he tries to approach the cook, she threatens to quit. If that Hottentot goes into the chimney, I shall not go out the door, she says, and then using an archaic slur for black South Africans that recurs on page and screen. Okay. I love how... hold on. Is there any fucking context to this shit? Let's see. Okay, all right. Like, he provides context, but I bet you he takes it completely out of it. For the sweep had seized Mrs. Brill's hands and was shaking it vigorously, a reluctant smile spread over her face. Roberts' wait, let me read back a little bit more. Mrs. Banks glanced round desperately. I didn't ask him to come, she declared. I don't even know if the chimney wants sweeping. A chimbley's always glad of a brush, whatever. The sweep stepped calmly into the drawing room and began to spread out his sheet. Mrs. Banks looked nervously at Mrs. Brill. Perhaps Robertson, I could help, whatever the fuck that says. She began. Robertson is asleep in the pantry, wrapped in your best lace shawl. And nothing will wake him, said Mrs. Brill, but the sound of the last trombone. So if you please, I'll be packing my bag. Ow, let me go, you Hindu. For the sweep had seized Mrs. Brill's hand and was shaking it vigorously. A reluctant smile spread over her face. Well, just this once, she remarked cheerfully, as she went down the kitchen stairs. The sweep turned to Ellen with a grin. Don't touch me, you black heathen, she screamed in a terrified voice, but he took her hand in a firm grip. She too began to smile. Well, no messing up the carpet, she warned, and hurried off to her work. Shake, said the sweep, and he turned to the children. It's sure to bring you luck. He left a black mark on each of their palms, and they all felt suddenly better. Okay, so wait, all right. I'm reading all the context of this shit, and it seems like they're making a point that, yeah, this character is racist, but they immediately get over it when they have, like, a jovial... Because the scene turns jovial, like, oh, well... When they finally looked into his eyes and finally shook his hand, they were like, oh, well, okay, so you're not that bad. It's like, it's one of those things where they acknowledge racism to make a point. It's not that, oh, well, like, they acknowledge racism to make a point. Not to say, oh, yeah, well, black people are clearly blah, 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 blah. Oh, God. It's like, what's that other fucking book? You know, other books other older books with racial that deal with racial issues, or like have little racial commentary sprinkled in. Doesn't mean the fucking author hates black people or like thinks black people like that. It just means he's just acknowledging racism. I mean, like, this is all they got? This is all they fucking got. Oh, well, the author acknowledged racism. That means he's a racist, and that means that's blackface. Like, what the fuck? So because, like, he had a character who was a black character who was a chimney sweep. That means later on when the Mary Poppins movie came out, clearly she was mocking that black character or like black people in general because he had a fucking... What the fuck are you trying to say? She says, let me just keep reading this. The 1964 film replays this racial panic in a farcical key. When the dark figures of the chimney sweep step in time on a roof, a naval buffoon, Admiral Boom, shouts, "We're being attacked by Hottentots!" and orders his cannon to be fired at the cheeky devils. We're in on the joke. Hold on. We're in on the joke, such as it is. These aren't really black Africans. They're grinning white dancers in blackface. It's a parody of Black Menace. Okay, so all right. So you're fully acknowledging that they are parodying racism. So it's not racism, it's parodying racism. It's making fun of racism. All right, hang on a second. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna look up what Hottentot means. Officially. Oh my god. Every time I fucking stream, my fucking eyes start watering. It's not because of the screen. It's just, I don't know. I don't know what it is. My eyes just start watering out of nowhere. And my nose gets stuffy. Okay, Hottentot. The third edition of... the third edition of the Oxford Dictionary concluded in 2008 that Hottentot came into English from Dutch. In the 17th century, its first known use being 1677 in Dutch, but it finds that no definitive etymology of Dutch Hottentot can so far be given. Oh my god. A very large number of these etymologies for the name have been suggested. The most frequently repeated suggestion is that the word was a speck. Specific use of a formerly identical Dutch word meaning stammer or stutterer. Oh god. Which came to be applied to the cocoa, the koiko, whatever the fuck, and sand people on account of the cliques characteristic of their languages. However, evidence for the earlier general use appears to be lacking. Another frequent suggestion is that people were so named after one or more words, which early European visitors to southern Africa heard in chants accompanying dances of the cocoa or sand, but the alleged chant is rendered in different ways in different 17th century sources, and some of the accounts may be based on hearsay rather than first-hand knowledge. It does seem clear, however, that the Hottentot was an exonym, that is, not the Khoikhoi, not the Khoikhoi's own name for themselves, but rather a foreign term applied to them. Okay. So Hottentot could possibly mean like a member of the Khoikhoi group of peoples, or any several fish of the genus Pachymetopon in the families. I can't pronounce that shit. Yeah, so it's kind of thin. And here it says Hottentot, Khoikhoi person. Translation says the same thing here, that it came from Dutch, from the Dutch culture. But it doesn't say like specifically whether or not it's a slur. And that's what I want. That's what I'm trying to find out, if that it's an actual slur. Okay, let's go. I will get back to this article. I'm just so curious about this shit now. Origin of Hottentot Africans. Origin uncertain. All right, so like its origin comes from what the Khoi people or whatever, but it doesn't seem like it's a slur. I mean, the only research I've done is fucking dictionary.com, but still, come on. It doesn't seem like... It seems like the guy might have pulled it out of his ass. I mean, at the same time, technically, it might have been used as some kind, not slur, but like, oh look, it's for a couple of black people, like, because I think in that segment of the movie, it was really fucking dark outside, and they had fucking soot on their faces. So like, just because they acknowledge like racism or people being racist doesn't mean that the person who made the movie is racist. It's just like that other movie, what was it? The one with the Nazis and, what's the name of that actor? Jesus Christ. What was it? The Swiss Family Robinson or some shit? It was some fucking family movie. And like the family, like at the end of the movie, I think, it was one actor, he ripped up like a Nazi flag at the end, some shit. But yeah, sometimes they reference racism in family movies. They did it all the time. And if this is a parody of racism, then what the fuck you complaining about? You said right here, it's a parody of Black Menace, which means they're parodying racism. Oh my God. So yeah, basically all the research I tried to do doesn't even fucking matter. Because they're parodying racism, period. It's even it's a parody of Black Menace. It's even posted on a white nationalist website as evidence of the film's racial hierarchy. Oh God! So, all right, so we're listing the white nationalists. Shit. So we're listening to white nationalists now, right? Since when do we take them seriously? The white nationalists, the people who aren't really known for being mentally stable, they think this movie is some kind of like racial hierarchy for them. Like, we're taking cues from them now? Oh, Lefty said, is that The Sound of Music? Yeah, I think that's what it is. The Sound of Music. That's the one where they're ripping up like the Nazi flag at the end. That's what I mean. But it's like, just because, that's what my point. Like, just because they acknowledge racism and shit like that doesn't mean they're endorsing racism. Like, that doesn't, like, what the fuck? And it's not only fools like Admiral who invoke this language. In the 1952 novel, Mary Poppins in the Park, the nanny tells an upset young Michael, I understand that you're behaving like a Hottentot. Oh, God. Mary Poppins Returns, set in the 1930s, seems to offer a more racially inclusive vision of Banks's London, at least among the working classes. But a key sequence of the film plays into a much more fraught history from a suppressed part of Mary Poppins' past. Read our review of Mary Poppins Returns. Like, I'd rather not. No, I'd rather not. In Travers' first Mary Poppins novel, published in 1934, a magic compass transports the children around the world, including a stop where they meet a scantily clad Negro lady dandling a tiny black pickaninny with nothing on at all. Pickaninny has been seen as an offensive term for a black child. Oh, God. Like I said, she addresses Mary Poppins in a minstrel dialect and invokes the convention of blackening up. But them's very white babies. You want to use a little black boot polish on them. This episode proved so controversial that the book was banned by the San Francisco Public Library, prompting Travers to drop the racialized dialogue, and change the offending caricature to an animal. A number of British authors built on the tradition of turning American minstrelsy into animal fables. Beatrix Potter and A.A. Milne both cited Uncle Remus dialect stories, including Brer Rabbit tales, as inspiration. In Travers' 1981 revision, the Negro lady became a Hyacinth Macaw, who speaks genteel English. Travers, who was born in Australia to Anglo-Irish parents, claimed that black children love reading the Pickaninny dialect in her book, but that she made the change because she didn't wish to see Mary Poppins tucked away in a closet by meddlesome adults. I was surprised to see that the Hyacinth Macaw pop up in Mary Poppins Returns in the middle of a fantasy sequence. Emily Blunt's nanny bounds on stage at a music hall to join Lin-Manuel Miranda's lamp lighter for a saucy Cockney number. A cover is not the book, which retells stories from Travers' novels. One of these verses refers to a wealthy widow called Hyacinth Macaw. And the kicker is that she's naked. Blunt sings that she only wore a smile, and Miranda chimes in, plus 2 feathers and a leaf. In the 1981 revision of Mary Poppins, there's no mention of her attire. You'd have to go back to the 1934 original to find the Negro lady with a very few clothes on, sitting under a palm tree with a crown of feathers. There's even a straw hut behind Blunt and Miranda. There's even a straw hut behind Blunt and Miranda that replicates Mary Shepard's 1934 illustration. The hut was removed in the 1981 revision. The lesson of this music hall number is that a king may be a crook, a clue that Colin Firth's kindly banker in the film might be more nefarious. As Eric Lott and other cultural historians have documented, there was an important connection between blackface performance and American and British working class audiences. Minstrelsy offered both a chance to define their whiteness in opposition to black caricature and to thumb their noses at employers through the minstrel's antics. When T.D. Rice, a popular white minstrel performer, crossed the Atlantic in the 1830s, his manager recalled that he inspired chimney sweeps and apprentices who wheeled about and turned around and jumped Jim Crow from morning until night, to the annoyance of their masters, but the great delight of the Cockneys. You see how far back they have to go to fucking justify them bitching about this goddamn book? We gotta go, to talk about how racist this is, we gotta go all the way back to 1830. No. If it's not racist in the moment, then it's not fucking racist. You shouldn't have to keep fucking digging all the way back in time in history to legitimize you being about you crying in the breast milk over this bullshit. These chimney sweeps with minstrel dances were only a step in time away from Dick Van Dyke's soot-faced Bert needling the Admiral on the rooftop, or Miranda's lamplighter in Mary Poppins Returns, who worked for Bert as a child. The minstrel stage convention of the Pickaninny rendered black slave children as cheery performers who the historian Robin Bernstein argues were comically impervious to pain. It's like, they're just stretching it. They're trying to be offended by this shit. Similarly, the dark lit grins and unflappable footwork of the lamplighters turn their dangerous labor into comic play. Smile and smirk as they sing is Cockney rhyming slang for work. That minstrel history runs not only through Travers books, it's also a mainstay of Disney musicals, including the jiving Blackbird credited as Jim Crow in the 1941 Dumbo. I be done seeing about everything when I see an elephant fly. Blackface minstrelsy, in fact, could be said to be part of Disney's origin story. In an early Mickey Mouse short in a early Mickey Mouse short, a 1933 parody of the anti-slavery novel Uncle Tom's Cabin, called Mickey's Melodrama. Mickey blacks his face with dynamite to play Topsy, a crazy-haired, raggedy-dressed, comically unruly black child from the book whose name had become synonymous with the Pickaninny stereotype. Mary Poppins, the term, the name of the crazy-haired, raggedy, comically unruly character played by Meryl Streep is also, she's a variation on God damn it, this fucking thing it's still in the way. She's a variation of a Mr. Turvey. She's a variation on a Mr. Turvey in the novel. Mary Poppins comes back, 1935, whose workshop flips upside down. Even if these characters shared a name is accidental, it speaks to a larger point. Disney has long evoked minstrelsy for its topsy-turvy entertainments, and Nanny blacking up chimney sweeps, mocking the upper class, grinning lamplighters, turning work into song. In this latest version, Mary Poppins. So yes, he had to stretch way too fucking much to make this work. Like, honestly, we gotta go all the way back to 1832 to understand why the chimney sweep scene is bullshit. Come on. In the latest version, Mary Poppins might be serenading Disney genres, outdated but strangely reoccurring in the Oscar-nominated song "The Place Where Lost Things Go," where she reminds us that nothing's gone forever, only out of place. Okay, yeah. Yeah, see, what he did explain for the chimney sweep scene was already thin, because he admitted that it was a parody of racism. They were making fun of racism. So basically, this article is bullshit, because they bring up shit that has nothing to do with that fucking scene. If it doesn't, see, they try to pull up other shit. Well, the crows and this and that. We're talking about the chimney sweep scene. That's what we're talking about. You're stretching it, fucking stretching it. Okay, we got another article to get to. Hang on, 1 second though. That's not gonna work. Will it work? It's not moving. Yeah, well. Let's see if I can get this to work on my thingy thing again. Okay. Okay, hang on 1 second again. Let me see if I can get it to work with this one. Maybe it was just that article that was screwed up. But if it doesn't work, fuck it. Yeah, I think it's doing the same fucking bullshit. Damn it! Well, alright. We're just gonna have to do it this way. Fuck. Okay, hang on. Shit. I have to move it over because the text is not... It's not all the way in... Here we go. Okay, now this one is is really fucking sad. This one is, I'm an Asian woman engaged to a white man, and honestly, I'm struggling with that. Oh God. And it gets really bad. Like, she's legit ashamed. She's legitimately ashamed that she is contributing to the white man, Asian woman stereotype. Like, that's literally what this is about. I haven't read it all the way through. We're gonna read it all the way through, but yeah, she's basically ashamed of herself for contributing to that. She's so bitter over her own, like, she's fucked in the head. She's gone. But anyway. Okay. Let's get to reading this shit. Okay, oh God. Oh God, another Asian girl, white boy couple, I groan, dropping my fiance's hand. What? I mean, why are you even with the nigga if it's that much of an issue for you? Like, why? Why are you with him? Anyway, he hates it when I do this. No. Fucking racializing your relationship and prioritizing racial status over happiness. Like, why would he have a problem with that? Why? So do I, really. I know it's unkind and self-loathing, but every time I see another couple of our racial makeup, a little part of me sinks. We live in San Francisco. San Fran, bitch. So this dip is as common as the hills. In these moments, I wish we were anything else. That he were my gay best friend. Oh my God. That he were my gay best friend, or we were startup co-founders, that he were Asian and I were white, that we were exquisitely ambiguous races, or Bri-Fi sent me $2 super chat. Have you ever seen idiot Gavin Newsom's tweets? I don't think so. No. Twitter is such a bitter ass fucking place. So I haven't seen every bitter asshole on that platform, at least not yet. Okay, let me get back to this. This is already hard. And I wrote that we were exquisitely ambiguous races, or that I could sink like my feelings into the sidewalk, be a little worm, and date whoever I want without considering social perception. Oh. Shame is neither wisest nor most mature. Oh wait, okay. I don't think we're doing. Oh no, wait. It's still. She's the one talking about it. I thought I was reading quotes. Whatever. Shame is neither the wisest nor mature part of oneself, but it still has a voice. Stop it, you guys. My shame wants to say to these other couples, can't you see more of us are the more of us there are, the worse it looks? The worse what looks, bitch? The worse what looks? The worst fucking racial equality in relationships works, that people don't give a shit. That they'll go outside their own race to find love, and it's not a fucking problem. The only person that seems to be racist and perpetuating shit is you. I'm saying, why can't you be with your own kind, guys? It, meaning the prevalent trend of Asian women seeming to end up with white men. It, meaning the perpetuation of Asian fetish. Jesus Christ. Ooh, I hate this. The first time I heard the term Asian fetish, I was the only Chinese kid in a tiny school. Other students in my class were being paired up to date since 5th grade, exchanging love notes and making each other Alanis Morissette mixtapes. Oh God, no wonder you're bitter. I waited for my Jagged Little Pill cassette, but nothing came in 5th grade, or 6th, or 7th, or 8th. Finally, in 9th grade, I got an email on Valentine's Day from a sporty popular boy. The subject, don't show this to anyone. The body, a truly terrible poem asking me to be his girlfriend. oh my God, was all I could think. Someone likes me. Who would do that? All right, that was an addition. Wasn't what she wrote. Who cares if his grammar left something to be desired? I got an instant messenger and said yes. When classmates heard the news, I learned the term Asian fetish. Friends told me he'd been suffering from it for a little while now. I had only been familiar with the word fetish in regard to something like foot fetish. So I understood the implication. To be attracted to an Asian person was a kinky, odd thing. To be taught at a young age that someone likes you because of a fetish tells you that you are by nature strange, abnormal. I internalized. To be attracted to me was to have some sort of perversion. And so I learned to think of all Asians as less desirable, to be turned off by people who were turned on by me. Okay. So, yeah, so basically you're a racist. Like, you let a couple fucking bitches who were probably jealous of you, jealous that you had, that you were going out with somebody, and got inside your head. Because this feels like what that was. Like, some hoes were fucking jealous that you were getting some dick, and they got inside your head like, he's only with you because you're Asian, right? Because that's a fucked up thing to say to somebody. Like, I think they were fucking trolling you, or they were fucking jealous of you because you were getting somebody. But yeah, girl, you're insecure as fuck. You're fucked in the head. Let's be real. And you're insecure as hell. Like, come on. Even as I forayed into dating this boy, I was put off by much of what he said. My friends weren't wrong about his Asian fetish. I just feel like Asian girls are deeper than other girls, he said to me once. Like, so what does that have to do with fetish? That's not, that seems more like him having like stereotypes based on all the Asian girls he's dated. So, that's not like fetishy to me. That just sounds like, oh yeah. I've noticed from all the Asian girls I've dated that they're much more, they're just more deeper. They're just deeper, or whatever. Did he mean deeper as in your vagina? Then it might be a little fetishy then. But if he meant your soul or whatever, how's that fetishy? Well, whatever. I thought it would get better in college, but every time someone non-Asian showed interest, the whispers would start. I heard he had a half-Asian girlfriend in high school. He took a Japanese class last semester. Huge fan of sushi. Like, big time. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? You're just insecure, sweetie. You're insecure. That's the problem. Come on, girl. You are fucked in the head. Sometimes it was hard to tell what was a valid warning sign and what was not. Misguided compliments were a pretty good indicator, though. Every white and Asian male is jealous that I'm with you. My first college boyfriend said, even at the time, I remember wondering why you would assume that I'm only desirable to white and Asian men. He assumed that, of course, because of my race. Race-based compliments reveal when people aren't seeing you as the individual person that you are, but as a piece of something. I mean, let's be real. You don't see a lot of black dudes with Asian girls. You don't see a lot of Latino dudes with Asian girls. It's just a thing that happens. How does this mean he's only with you for your pussy, though? Like, that's what we're trying to get to. How is this fetishy in that? Like, how is that anything he's saying? These guys are saying fetishy. Like, if they were only using you for sex, then there you go. Like, and that's a problem. It took me a while to figure this out. Once I became more settled, it took me a while to figure this out. But once I became more settled in college, I met my first Asian boyfriend, who ended up being my husband. Sadly, he also became my ex-husband. This relationship was followed by one with another Asian male. Suffice it to say, I went a decade without the thought of white men or Asian fetish even crossing my mind. Now it's something I think about every day because of said fiance. This girl is fucking, she's fucked in the head. Just stay away from men in general. Like, you're a waste. Like, they're wasted on you. He came into my life during a period when I had sworn off men. I had been in relationships my entire adult life and wanted to focus on myself. Single for 5 years, I declared my goal proudly. 11 months later, he showed up at my door. He was there for a party I was hosting, and he didn't hit on me. He asked me questions and listened to my answers. We discovered we had gone to the same college, had the exact same self-made major, were born left-handed, loved to write, didn't drink, and couldn't handle spicy food. A mutual friend we both loved was sick, and we initially started seeing each other just to visit her in the hospital. One evening, we found ourselves alone together. I told him my plan to be single for a long time, and that we could only be friends. He told me that he honestly felt more, but would respect my needs. He never pushed, but we kept seeing each other, asking each other questions, listening to the answers, and never got boring. As I started to consider lifting my relationship ban, that old white ghost came back. That old white ghost voting for Trump and wearing trucker hats with a Southern flag on it. With a Confederate flag on it. Oh, the old white ghost. Actually, yeah, that's not, yeah, those aren't, those sheets, those are KKK sheets. The white ghost. The whispers of the Asian fetish. He has a pattern of dating Asian women. Do you know how many Asian girlfriends he's had? He might just have an Asian fetish. Or maybe he's dating Asian girls because he is fucking Asian. Oh my god! Like, what the fuck? She is neurotic. What is wrong with her? She is fucked in the head. What the fuck? I demanded of him. I'd never seen it that way, he insisted. I grew up in Cupertino, I guess. Cupertino. So most of my classmates were Asian, and not all my girlfriends have been Asian. But yes, most, I guess. I guess I never thought of it. I rolled my eyes at the luxury white men have to not think about race in their daily lives. Jesus Christ. I, on the other hand, started obsessing over it. I couldn't be the girlfriend of someone who had an Asian fetish because that would make me complicit in a pattern that was rooted in violence and colonization. She's like rejecting men over her own fucking insecurities, and it's kind of hilarious. No, it's really hilarious. I'm not gonna fucking lie. It's hilarious. I mean, it's sad, but hilarious. What the fuck is wrong with you? Holy shit. I mean, my fiance's okay, but I think like being with him, it contributes to violence and colonization. Like, just like the ego and shitty self-esteem, like all at the same time. Like, you think your fucking relationship is going to be like, is going to bring about the nuclear holocaust in terms of Asian people. Like, you think your fucking relationship is that important. like your choices are that important that it'll affect an entire fucking group of people. What the fuck is wrong with you? You are fucked in the head, bitch. I was busy trying to be a progressive and independent woman, and an Asian fetish boyfriend did not fit the bill. On the other hand, he hadn't once given me a race-based compliment or made me feel anything but respected. I knew him to be a good person, someone who was working on being better every day. That's the kind of partner I wanted, the kind of person who's hard to find. So I returned to him with homework. You can rationalize your dating history all you want, I said one night in bed. Do Asian women have a reputation for being good at pillow talk, by the way? Because I feel like I'm killing it. But you can't deny how it looks from the outside, and most importantly, you have to consider how it makes the women you dated feel. Like, what the fuck? I don't get, like, this is anger-inducing. This is fucking anger inducing. She doesn't fucking get how this is her problem, not his. The motherfucker does not every person you're with has an Asian fetish. What the fuck is wrong with you? Anyone with the fetish is you. You like ruining your own fucking relationships because you're a fucking asshole with insecurity problems. You ruin the relationship before it gets ruined. That's your fetish. Think about how it feels to be to be one in a line of many women who look like you. Like, how replaceable that must make one feel. What the fuck? How demeaning is that? Oh god. So wait. So what does that mean? Does that mean white dudes who only date white women are demeaning white women? Like he just said, like, I'm from an area that's mainly Asian, and that's why most of my fucking girlfriends were Asian. Sometimes it has nothing to do with, like, preference. Sometimes it's just, like, regional. Sometimes, I lived around I lived around hella white women, so I dated hella white women. So, like, are white men and black men, Latino men, are they dehumanizing or demeaning their own race by dating mostly fucking women from their own race? What the fuck is... What? Oh, my God. Yeah, it's just a self-hating Asian chick. She's self-hating. That's what it is. Despite his tendency to be defensive, is that one of those hot white guy traits? Oh my god. Oh, he took my request to step outside himself seriously. He asked me questions and he listened to my answers. We delved into not only the dynamic between Asian females and white males, but also unfair portrayals of Asian men throughout history, and the backlash that public figures like Constance Wu and Chloe Kim have contended with for dating white men. It's an uncomfortable conversation, but we've continued through it for years. The reason we're still together is that I know I don't have to wrestle with those discomforts by myself. Yeah, I bullied him into basically handling my baggage. I projected my feelings of insecurity onto him, so now, I've basically mistreated a man who loves me, and I take advantage of that, so now he can suffer with me. Yeah, that's a waste of a perfectly good fucking man. Like, fuck you. But seriously, why? He won't pretend he didn't see it too. He's making an effort to not leave me alone in the awkward parts of our love, and I'm making an effort not to let go of his hand. We're not perfect, no shit. But after I rise from the little dips of shame, I wouldn't actually want either of us to be anything else. Oh my god. Are there any comments on this shit? Where are the comments? Come on. Give me some comments. There's no comments? Fuck. Hang on. There's no comments. And I can't even click on our goddamn... Because usually, you're able to click on their name and then you can see what other bullshit they've written. But what the fuck? Yeah, that's not a fucking loving relationship. That's... You bullied this man into thinking he's basically a closet racist. And, you bullied him into sharing your oh my god, I fucking forgot the word already. You bullied him into sharing your... Oh my god. Oh. It starts with an N. I already fucking forgot it again. Your neurosis. You're fucking neurotic, and you're putting that onto him, and you're doing it because you know he loves you, and he'll do whatever you want. And if you feel bad, he's gonna fucking try to make it better. So you've pushed this onto him because you're a self-hating racist bitch. Instead of going internally and fucking fixing this shit, you making it his problem. It's not his problem. It's your problem. Some girl, you still got some fucking insecurities from high school. So how is that his fucking problem? Yeah, that's some bullshit. Wow. Let me go to the chat right quick. Goldcat says, like, how can this be a fetish if this white man was mostly brought up around Asians and Asian culture? Maybe this is all he knew and feels comfortable around. This lady is messed up in it. Yeah, she is. Ugh. S says, that man is close to perfect if he puts up with all this crap. Yeah. S also says, this man can do way better. Yeah. Oh God, I hope they break up soon. Like, I usually don't hope for that for anybody, but I hope they break up soon. Bust Nut says, superficial as hell, probably. Yeah. But just because you were traumatized by some shit when you were in high school and some fucking jealous ass hoes got into your head and got you believing that every guy you're gonna be with, because that's like the ultimate fucking. That is the ultimate, like, fuck you. Like, there's probably some girl, that girl who told her that shit probably hated her and was like, you know what? I'm going to tell this bitch that every man you get with from here on out probably has an Asian fetish and you should look out for him. She really got inside her fucking head. And now she thinks even the guy she's with now, that she's supposedly happy with, is just using her. Because he just wants some Asian pussy. It's fucking hilarious and it's sad at the same time. And she's so fucking narcissistic. You know she's not going to go internally and fix it. She's going to put it all off on him. Now, I need you to listen, okay? Like, we're contributing to colonization. What the fuck? Who thinks that way? Like, we all know the answer, but goddamn it. Like, sometimes you just gotta ask, like, who fucking thinks that way? Who is that fucked in the head? What is wrong with you? I don't know if this is actually a picture of her, but goddamn. Like, you're nuts, bitch. You're nuts. You were out of your mind. Wow. Joybox says, I wonder if her boy toy is even aware of this article. Probably not. She's probably one of those chicks who likes to put her fucking business online, and he probably doesn't know a goddamn thing. And I hope she gets a lot of backlash for this. And like, girl, what the fuck is wrong with you? Oh, wow. Yeah, because it seems like this shit happened before you met him. And, like, some girl fucking told you this in high school, and you've been traumatized by it since. So that means this is your problem. You can't think every fucking guy you are with who gives you, like, racially charged compliments, or whatever the fuck she said, is like, oh, he's just in it. He's just in it for the Asian pussy. Like, no. You can't fucking do that to everyone you're with. You're never going to be with anybody. You're never going to be happy. You keep doing this shit. But like I said, like, this isn't, like, she's just such a... This article really bothered me. Ooh. Ooh. Just awful. Jesus. Okay, let's see if we can do... like, look at something else. Like one more video or whatever. Oh, we got. See if I can go to my watch later. Pick something out. And I'm already losing my voice. Oh, fuck. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Okay, I want to make my 70-inch booty bigger. Hooked on the look. Another Barcroft video, of course. Oh. I want to watch it, but I don't. What we got here? What the hell I put in here? I think I've done this video already. The 11-year-old best friends transitioning together. Did I talk about this already? I don't think I have. Shit. Let me get rid of that. Non-binary Muslim immigrant uses drag to resist Trump. I think I talked about this too. Fuck. Oh yeah, this is that political ad. Yeah, I'll skip that. Some people just like to watch the spectacle. Yeah, what we got? Come on. How to deal with mansplaining. Oh God, let me see this right quick. This one I can put in the fucking link thingy.
Sometimes I'm talked over in meetings, and you have to be the one that breaks in to get your point heard. It's easy.
Okay, I got a sec. Yeah, if I'm not feeling this one though, I'm gonna switch over to something else. But yeah, I think this is. I think this is what we will be looking at. This mansplaining bullshit. Because I need something more. I need something happier after that one.
Oh, wow. You two are going to have such a great trip. Thanks to you, we will.
This is why Voya helps reach today's goals.
All while helping you to and through retirement.
Can you help with these?
We're more of the plan, invest, and protect kind of help. Voya, helping you to
and through
retirement.
Oh, fuck.
Sometimes I'm talked over in meetings, and you have to be the one that breaks in to get your point heard. It's easy to sit back and listen, and then people think that you're not strong or you don't have an opinion. You have to break in.
See, my issue with like the mansplaining thing is like you might just be a low talker or a non-aggressive person when it comes to conversation, because I'm that way sometimes. Well, a lot of the fucking time. So yeah, you gotta speak up a little more than other people because you're just not used to being aggressive when talking to people. Not because you're a woman, maybe it's just because you're just not that aggressive in conversations.
Have you ever had those moments where somebody didn't know you were the boss?
Oh, definitely. I actually met my husband in a business meeting. I was in charge of mergers and acquisitions for the company I was working for, and we were trying to buy his company. I was the only woman in the room. I was the decision maker. And he actually ignored me the whole meeting. He didn't realize till the end of the meeting that I was actually the decision maker. So
did you say anything indicating that you were the boss? Because that's what bosses usually do. If you were the decision maker, you should be like fucking talking constantly. Like you should be like at the forefront of the fucking. You should be at the forefront of the fucking meeting. So what the fuck? Like, it's so hard for me to believe this horseshit. Hard for me to believe someone, oh, I am a successful, powerful woman, but sometimes people just don't listen to me. Like, I don't know. I just don't buy this shit. I don't buy it at all.
Definitely happens all of the time.
What is your advice to women who do find themselves being mansplained or talked over?
I still put my hand up and say, let me finish my point in a professional way. Or, you know what, I have something to say. When we're younger, we think everybody's thinking about what you're thinking or how you appear or how you look. But the truth is, people aren't thinking about you as much as you think.
At a tactical level, what do you do if somebody just repeats your idea as theirs?
You can extend it. They repeat the idea as yours, and then you go back in and you say, well, here's how I'm thinking about this. So you lay out the points, and you're the one that actually had the idea and has thought through it with the strategy, the tactics, and the results. So you just have to go back in and pick it back up.
Why are there so few women running big companies in this country?
We have so much coverage of male entrepreneurs, male leaders, that it gets back to trying to see role models that are like you. It's very easy to keep covering the people that are famous already because people want to read those articles, where we need to actually build up other types of leaders that aren't like everybody else being currently covered. And I think part of it comes down to seeing role models. If you don't see role models like you don't know that that's a path for you. Very few female.
This because your fucking parents should be telling you that. They should be prepping you for the real world and like giving you confidence boosts and pep talks and shit about like, oh, you can be successful, kid, Timmy, and all this bullshit. I mean, like if you cannot always be dependent on fucking external examples of success. Like you should be fucking teaching your kids like, no, you will be successful because you go to college and you go to this, you go to that. You don't like. It's like we're just taking the responsibility out of parents' hands.
Male venture capitalists, right? It's 9%. So if you don't know that that's a career path or an opportunity, you won't see that expand. You need a champion to help you leapfrog. Well, most of the people in positions of power are men, and it's easier to choose people that are like you or to ask for help from people that are like you. And so we need champions for women that are both.
Well, at least like she's not going all off the rails like, oh, it's just easier to get advice from people like you because that's what you're used to. Like she's not saying, oh, patriarchy and all this fucking bullshit. So I'll give her a break. She isn't like fucking fanatical. I can see why I didn't talk about this at length or use it in a stream because it's not really that bad.
Both women and men to help.
Like yeah, she's still it still sounds like bullshit. Oh, wait, okay, I talked about this. Bye.
Help shift this discussion and the opportunity.
Yeah, that was like, wasn't as cringe as I thought. Okay, let's see if I can squeeze out one more. Just looking through my repertoire. See if we can like just squeeze out one more. Oh my god, there's this video called Depression is Not a Disease, motivational video. Very powerful. Should I fucking... Hold on. Yeah, this one has subtitles, so it might be a little weird if... Let's hope they're not cut off or something. Damn it. Okay, let's see.
I wasn't expecting any survivors.
डिप्रेशन कोई रोग नहीं है। क्या हो डिप्रेशन में? तुम अकेला महसूस करते हो।
You feel lonely.
जीने की चाह नहीं रह जाती।
There is no urge to live.
किसी भी काम में कोई रस नहीं
रहता। You don't feel like doing anything.
हर वक्त सोते रहते हो या फिर नींद नहीं आती।
Or you don't sleep at all.
दुनिया में अपने आप को अलग थलग महसूस करते हो।
You feel alienated from the world.
और इसी को सबने डिप्रेशन रोग
And everyone believes it to be a disease called depression.
ये ऐसा ही है कि कोई इंसान बहुत तेज चले।
It's the equivalent to a situation where a person runs really fast and
और सबसे आगे निकलने के बाद अपने आप को अकेला महसूस करे।
After outrunning the rest, find himself lonely. What? The fuck? The fuck does this mean? Wait, so he said like depression is like they think being lonely and not wanting to do stuff like it is depression when it's really the equivalent of a situation equivalent to a situation when a person runs very fast and
और सबसे आगे निकलने के बाद अपने आप को अकेला महसूस
after outrunning the rest find himself lonely. What the fuck?
तुमने देखा?
Does that make any fucking sense? Yeah, now I can see why I put this in my watch later because this, it's not looking good.
कभी किसी मंदबुद्धि
Have you ever
इंसान
seen
को
mentally
depression
retarded person going into depression? That's his fucking logic? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Like trying to make this like a legitimate motivational video alone with the word retarded in your video with the inspirational music playing is bad enough. Like, I don't have a problem with the word retarded, but when you're trying to be inspirational, like, when I think of inspirational video, I don't think, oh, have you ever seen a fucking retarded person with depression? You fucking faggot. Oh my god. Hang on. Have you ever seen a retarded person with depression? You haven't? Well, boom! That means depression doesn't exist. Oh god.
में जाते ये तो होता है किसी ऐसे
It happens only to an intelligent
जो
person
अगर एक कदम आगे निकल जाता तो आइंस्टीन
who could have become Einstein had he taken one more step. Okay, so wait a minute. So and now he's talking about like retarded people aren't intelligent people. Oh god. This guy, wow.
हो जाता किसी ऐसे बिजनेसमैन को
To
जो
a businessman who could have
जाता
become
तो बिल गेट्स हो सकता था
a Bill Gates
किसी
had
ऐसे
he got a little
भावुक इंसान
support
को जो
to an
कालिदास
emotional
हो
person who would become
या फिर होता है ये
what?
किसी या फिर होता है ये किसी साधक
Or it
को
happens to a
जो
seeker
अगर रुका ना होता तो बुद्ध हो गया होता
who could have become a Buddha.
यही तो कारण है कि डॉक्टर को
This is the only reason that a doctor finds only one way of stopping it.
इसको रोकने के लिए सिर्फ एक ही तरीका नजर आता है
What the fuck?
नींद की गोली
A sleeping pill or some
Yeah,
drug.
that's
You
what
mean like a fucking antidepressant? Not a sleeping pill? The fuck?
बस सुला दो इसे
Just
और
make him
भूल जाने
sleep
दो
and let him
इसको
forget his
इसकी
capabilities.
प्रतिभा।
Like, they don't give him sleep. Oh my god, this is so bad. People depressives get prescribed antidepressants, not sleeping pills. The fuck is he getting this shit from? This guy probably sells his fucking his motivational videos out of his car. Jesus.
जिसको दबाने की नहीं बल्कि निखारने
Which should have been polished instead of snubbing them.
की जरूरत थी लेकिन मैं ये भी जानता हूँ
But
कि ये सब
still, I
जानने
know
के
that
बाद
after
भी
knowing all
तुम इससे
this.
बाहर नहीं आ सकते
Wait, he said, still, I know after
तुम
knowing
इससे
all
बाहर नहीं
this,
आ सकते
you won't be able to come out of
कारण
it.
नहीं जानना चाहोगे क्यों
Don't you want to know the reason why?
कारण सिर्फ एक है
There is
तुम्हारी
only one
मानसिक
reason.
क्षमता
Your
का
mental
तुम्हारी
capability
शारीरिक
doesn't match
क्षमता से
with your
मेल
physical capability.
ये ऐसा ही है जैसे तुमको फुटबॉल
This-
खेलने का मन हो
This is
और
as if you feel like playing football.
तुम्हारे कदम
Oh god, here we
फुटबॉल
go. With another metaphor. Here we go. But you are not able to lift your feet to play it.
खेलने के लिए उठना रहेगा तो आओ मैं तुम्हें
So
सिखाता
come,
हूँ
I will teach you
कि कैसे तुम्हारे पैर
how you can
बढ़े उस
achieve
मंजिल
that
की
in
ओर
life,
जिसको पाने के तुम सदा से अधिकारी थे
which you can have always desired. Get rid of depression without medicines in just 7 days. Wait, 51,000 per person with what? What the fuck? I don't know. RS 51,000 per person with accommodation. I have no fucking clue what that means. Oh my god, look at this guy. He kind of looks like a Bunty King. What the fuck? Look at him. He looks like a scam artist. He looks like he lives in a foreclosed mansion in Florida. Look at this motherfucker. Oh God, depression is not a disease. It's not real. Oh my God! Like, so basically, this guy's a quack. Normally, those inspirational videos are just, you know, just made because, oh, we want to inspire people, whatever. But this guy's like hawking some bullshit at the end of the video. Like, oh, the depression doesn't work. Is it a disease? I can show you if you sign up for this thing for $69.99 a minute. Oh God. Connect with Sokka on social media. Nah, Sokka. I'm cool. I'm cool, bro. Alright, that's good. I'm gonna cut it short. That's gonna be it for the night. Oh, wait a minute. The fuck? Someone sent me a $2 super chat. Thought it was Will Smith Genie for some reason. Want to cure depression? Travel the world. What? Yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay. That's going to be it for the night, guys. I think we made it for like 2 hours. Pretty good. Yeah. But it's getting late. I got to start learning to go to bed at a reasonable time. Plus, I think tomorrow I'm going to be filming my next video. I have to be mentally prepared for that. But yeah, I'm just gonna cut it short for the night, guys. Okay. I've had fun. This has been really fun. Even though I got fucking stuffed up near the end of it. Except for that last article. That wasn't fun. That was just unpleasant to read. But yeah, I gotta get... after this stream, I'm gonna lay down and chill. And mentally prepare for the morning. But yeah, like, thank you guys, and thanks to everyone who gave me a super chat. You're Jesus. I love you guys, and I love everybody who sat in for the stream. You guys every single last one of you are awesome. But yeah, it's getting late, and I gotta get the fuck out of here. So bye. You guys are great. I'm out. J Logbode out. I gotta blow my nose.